Hi, I'm Davy.
I'm Max.
I'm a software engineer.
I'm the father of one, recent.
You were burning like to tell me something because we were supposed to record that pod yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday, Monday, and then you were like, I have something to tell you. I have to something. Okay, shoot. Send that over.
All right. So basically the thing is, before starting this podcast, the main idea was to actually, share our experience in
Yeah.
kind of like doing marketing. We are software engineer. We know how to build stuff, but we don't know how to sell, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
what I was actually thinking is, how about we actually do a challenge,
Okay.
right? Because you already
Challenge. I'm always up for challenges, so send that my way. What you
Exactly.
have.
So you are already like very big into, pay-per-click advertising and, building apps and those kind of things,
Yeah.
right? For me, I'm very new to this game, but I'm actually pretty old into not paying any penny, to
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
sell a product, to do it organically, the organic way, basically.
Yeah.
And what
I
my
see the
idea
challenge
was,
coming there.
how about, we do a challenge, right? And basically, you use your approach, I use my approach, and then we actually, try to make as many sales as possible. And we actually show the process that we use, we show the results, and, we share all of this basically coming from different approach to actually, do something.
Yeah. Okay.
And in the process, I'm learning your process. You're also learning my process, and we can actually discuss about it and try new things and so on. So that's the basic idea that I have.
Okay, fantastic. What is the goal? Because you know that we need to put these numbers there that says that's where we're going, like the North Star. We need to put it somehow, because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah. So basically, my goal is to make 5K a month in December, right? From the business that I actually have at the moment.
Okay.
But doing
So
it,
you're saying that by doing it organically, because you never pay pennies for what you do
never,
there,
ever.
and then you want to be able to get to 5K monthly revenue.
Yeah.
Does the 5K like will be like your monthly revenue even going to 2025?
Yes.
Or it's just like you want to make sure that you reach that?
No. It's not a target. It's basically the constant monthly revenue that basically, I'm going to get.
Okay. I take the challenge. However, I'm going to put it at 50K for me.
Okay. No problem. Yeah. No problem.
So what I mean by 50K is I think maybe you're not going to burn money in terms of like, because you're doing it organically. You're going to be doing a lot of things, the word organic, right? So that's basically, and then I'm using tools to kind of accelerate customer acquisition and so on and so forth. But I want to be able to have like a 70% margin.
Yes.
Which means that in a way, if I spend, if I'm able to make 50K a month by December, then I should burn about 15K to 20K max
a month on that.
A month, and then still get that 30K. I think it's more than 30K a month in profit before tax.
Yes. Okay.
Right. So that 20K will go into indeed ads, playing with video editors and all of like having that little group of people like me, my video editor, and then all my AI agent working for me to create to move the internet toward my direction. Okay. So when does the challenge start?
Well, you already started actually.
Okay, you already started. Okay. So would you say that which product are you having in mind?
All right. So the reason I'm saying 5K is 5K is actually a low ceiling, right? It's very low. But the reason why I'm saying that is because in the market I am in, it's basically the realistic figure that I can have because of the audience, the size of
Mm-hmm.
audience that is there and the type of product I'm selling. So the idea that I'm having is because I already have online courses out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was supposed to actually do the marketing for this, which I pretty much haven't done. I really, really
Okay.
haven't done. So basically to actually, bootstrap that and continue doing the marketing of it, the proper marketing of it, and basically see how far I can take it. And
Okay.
so basically, we'll see 5K. I think 5K is realistic. A little bit more, I don't know, because the size of the audience in French is because it's like, a French course. So it's
Yeah.
quite small, right? If it was in English, that would have been different.
Okay, but what prevents you to have it in English? Because you have an amazing AI tools that can actually translate that to English, and you can distribute that everywhere. Because that's actually one of my idea is like, oh, I have this video like where I'm writing code, and these video are basically faceless,
Mm-hmm.
so it makes it even easier to put a Spanish voice on top of it, or like maybe 2 3 languages that are really popular around the world, and then try with like, oh, put 10 of them and then see, okay, the German version. German is small, but still, to see like, okay, will that work versus the Spanish one or the Portuguese one? Brazil is huge in
Yeah,
terms of
Portuguese.
tech.
Yeah, Portuguese and Spanish
Actually,
is used. Yeah.
a guy who does that really well is Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast
Yes.
has,
Yes.
for the people who don't know, it's basically like he has his channel in English, his main channel in
Mm-hmm.
English, and then he repurposed his video, the same video in all these other languages, and he has like 200 million plus subscriber across all these channel. Is like 1/10 of the not 1/10, like 5% of the world is subscribed to what he
It's
does.
ridiculous.
Like,
I don't know if you saw the video actually, because there was one video where he was showing his revenue.
yeah.
I think for one of his channel, I think he was even the Spanish one. He wasn't even the main one basically, and they
Mm,
weren't paying that
yeah.
much attention to it, and he was making something crazy like 90K a month or something
Yeah,
like this
I
just from
saw
this
that
channel.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like no extra work beside having that agency taking, like an agency taking care of that part. So yeah, that was just an idea, like for your course, because but I also understand the niche part. Like, yeah, it's France. Yeah, let me put it in French, and then it's tempting. It is
Yes.
tempting. But here is the difference. Let's call it like that. You have a job that you do in a way, and then all these other projects are like side project that hopefully will overtake your main revenue at some point, right? Am I getting it right or not?
You are basically absolutely getting right. And the
Yeah.
reason initially when I was making the courses, the first course that I ever made was actually in English, and it was a course about how to build a robot.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the robot that I show how to build. Actually,
Yeah. Okay.
it's full of
So
electronics.
that guy is a robotic engineer. He's calling himself software engineer, but it's software-ish than robotic there. Yeah. Okay.
So
The humans are coming. No,
exactly.
it's all goes like completely a circle, like humans building robots, and now robots, and the humans are coming. Okay. I love it.
So the idea basically was to show how to build a robot like that, right? So what you have here is you have a 3D printed design. And inside you have electronics. Let me try to actually open it. So if you look inside, you
Yeah.
have electronics, you have an Arduino board, you have a servo motor, you have LEDs, microphone. So the basic idea was to teach people how to actually build something like this from scratch, right?
Yeah.
When I did this course in 2017 in English,
Yeah.
and The most I made, I think the most, I don't know exactly the figures at the moment, but the highest month that I had. So bear in mind, it's a course, it's a 10-hour course, right? That I made. It
Okay.
took probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 months because I was doing it part time actually. And
Yeah.
the most amount this course made was $100 a month.
Oh no.
Right?
Let me put it this way. Is it because you didn't have that marketing thing, marketing background? Is like, okay, I build a course and people will come. That was basically what you had in mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the initial idea was because I put the course on Udemy. Um,
Yeah.
and for those of you who don't know, Udemy is a platform where you have online courses that are up there. And when I was looking at the courses, the competitor courses in this field, I was like, they're not really showing, how to build a robot properly. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what, you take this tool, you just, it's very basic, basically. I want to show something complete, right? And, you know, I think that I can make a much better course than that, and I did because the comments are there. It's something concrete. You have a concrete project that you're working on. You learn mechanical design, electronics, sub programming as well at the same time. How to
Yeah.
combine those together, and I put it out there. I'm like, it's a great course. People are going to buy. Nope, nobody,
No.
nobody
We
actually.
built it. They never showed up.
They never showed up. And, that's the first instance where I learned that, okay, marketing is extremely important. It's actually
Yeah.
the first thing that you need to start, if you want to build like any
Yeah.
product or something. So, because the other competitors, they have the edge because they have the customer base already, right? They have the reviews over there of the course. So, if someone goes there, he looks at the course, the thumbnail and stuff, you look at the reviews, you look at your course, who doesn't have a lot of enrollment and reviews, guess who they are going to prefer?
Yeah. They go.
Right?
They go on the other side.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what the content is.
Let me blow your mind here regarding this. We're talking about marketing here, but I'm gonna, man, you're smart. You have these technical capability. I remember even when we were sharing our dormitory, you were building these electrical like base things like with wires and all of these things. You've been like, you're a geek, and okay, people will say the same about me, but I'm saying that about you. And it's been your passion, right? You work on like a robotic project at like amazing companies in France, like a research lab, and then move to the UK and so on. You're pretty good at what you do. However, just like, like the reason we're here is because we suck at marketing. Just call
Definitely.
it like that. Someone's gonna bleep that as beep, but that's basically what the thing is. There is a guy on YouTube. He's called Mark Rober. If you check Crunch Lab, like just Google Crunch
Yes,
Lab.
Crunch Lab. Yes. Is it the guy who
Yeah.
made like the squirrel kind of thing?
There you go. There you go.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So Crunch Lab is the thing I believe you could have built. Because you started kind of YouTube at the same time as that guy. But what did he have? He's just spent like an entire month making one video.
Yes.
Like when you talk about that video, when it's like, oh, I'm gonna make one video, and if that video is good, it's a hit. Otherwise, it's like you just flop. So he just uses engineering skills, robotics and mechanical engineering, all of that to put together amazing build. But then there is a storytelling behind it, right? He's using his engineering skill, but he had that storytelling there. So I believe that the course you have, it's there, it does exist, but it's probably you take a step back and you go into the storytelling. Like, why do we build that robot? What is that robot doing? Where are the videos showing the robot doing things in action? That move you just saw there, it's that little code doing it. Like, get people excited about like building that thing, right? I created a course, not really a course, like a workshop. I show you, don't move. So, boom.
I didn't actually move since you left, actually. Can I move now?
No, you can't move. You can't move. Look.
Yeah.
that there, it's a drone,
Yeah.
and that drone, it's called the Parrot AR Drone 2.0. That was 2013, 2014 when I bought it.
Hmm.
I started learning how to program that drone just for fun. And then one day, when I started Hackages, it was not called Hackages back then. It was called Philos. It had that orange logo, a basketball kind of logo. And I ran my first workshop. Philos was a training company. And I ran my first workshop in my apartment in Belgium. I think 5 people showed up, and we did an Angular workshop. And then at a break, I showed them like, hey, listen, because this thing has always been in my living room. And I was like, what is that? I took it and I boot my terminal and then start running command line stuff to fly that thing. And they all went like, what the heck is that? How you do that? And the Angular course turned into, programming a drone, right? And then I was like, oh, people were interested, and I created like a page where I invited people. But that page, the way I did it is, the main thing people will see when they go on that page was, hey, learn how to fly a drone with
Yes.
code.
Yes.
And the visual part combined with some code examples to like brought people into that workshop, but it was mostly like, hey, for fun. There is no real world application people had in mind. Like, hey, I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna apply that. It was just like, hey, let's have a hobby workshop. It just didn't cost anything. But man, you have those skills in you. You could have been that Mark Rober. That's what I'm saying.
I know, funny enough, actually, and that's one thing that hurts me a little bit. So when I decided, that one thing, right? When I did the course and it flopped. But even worse than that, when I decided to start the courses in French,
Yeah.
in my market in France, I was the first one who actually really started to put video on YouTube,
Uh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But my video were like, hey guys, if you want to learn, how to program, I can show you how to do that. Boom, finish, screenshot, and then, screen. Okay, this is how you need to install Python. La, 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 la. So
Yeah.
very boring, very platonic, right? So I put like, several videos out there. They didn't do well. One of my competitor came after me, put one video on YouTube, but the production quality was just like boom,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The guy now has almost 3 million views on his video.
Oh wow.
My
Okay.
video that I made back then, I was like, okay, he didn't do too bad. He had like 80,000 views, but 3 million views compared to 80,000 views, and I was there
Yeah. I
first.
take the 3 million anytime. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's extremely important actually to know how to kind of like design a proper marketing scheme and have like this storytelling element as well, right?
Yeah.
Especially on YouTube, where you know that if you have a very good video, the algorithm is going to show that to more people.
Yeah, but there is also on the other part there. So I'm gonna take back the fact that 3 million versus 85,000. I take 3 million anytime. So there is something a little bit like it's not fully true because the 85,000, that's a lot of views.
Mhm.
That's a lot of views, but even in the 3 millions, it could be a lot of views, but a lot of garbage view.
Very
In the
true.
sense, like people don't engage with the, they just engage on the entertainment part of it,
Very true.
but not like, hey, they're going to buy a course or they're going to go to that workshop, right? It's, you still need that CTA call to a call to action to get people to actually do the thing. So out of 85,000 view, well, if you get, I don't know, 1% of people they show up and come and buy your course, that's, yeah, 850 people that basically come and put their credit card there to buy your course. Okay, let's even go lower. If only 100 people go and buy your course and your course is priced at something uh, uh, like 200 euro, you're still making
That,
20K out
that's
of
true.
that
That's very true.
thing, right?
That's very true.
Now we're doing this podcast, and once again, if whoever is watching, you're in our little secret here. We're happy that you're here, but we kind of didn't invite you. But yeah, you can stay there. So I'm talking with my friend, my brother, and we're trying to make sure that we build the best life for ourselves, for our families. The thing I want to say is I could just put this video on and push them on YouTube. That's good. But I could also just ask my video editor that, hey, give me a brush. I can just paint that thing with nice color, and then we go from there, which he did, right? And he told me, yeah, well, that took me 2-3 hours. I mean, the harder part was just to watch the entire things to know where I put the hooks, but it took less time to actually edit and put the things at the right place. That video quality is important. It's really, really important. That's why I'm like, in our challenge we were talking about at the beginning, I want to go with ads and high quality videos.
Okay. Yes.
Video converts well.
Definitely.
So that's my thing. It's like, put 200 euro in ads for like 3-4 days. You can get a lot of clicks here and there. The point is just to validate that people are interested in it and you move on. But the video, like editing video today, it's fast. You can move really fast. So if she's actually really fast. So
but I bet she's not as fast as I am because I have the secret.
you want to go back? You want to go back to your editing software? So as I really value the high quality video, yeah, you need a good mic, like people say, but you need to make sure that the quality of the video are good. So talking about quality of the video, I did something crazy on Friday. So remember on Wednesday during the pod, I told you I have this thing, I need to meet that guy in Amsterdam.
Yes, I remember you told me.
So it's basically the guy he works at Google. He flew to Amsterdam for a conference, like a huge conference, 1,500 people conference in Amsterdam about software engineering, JavaScript, and so on. It's called GS Nation. The guy is really smart, like ridiculously smart. But, I have my podcast that I wanted to launch already for months. And then someone put on LinkedIn that, hey, I'm giving a lightning talk this evening at this place in Amsterdam. Amsterdam is like 40-minute drive from my place. So I was like, darling, I'm not coming this evening. Kiss to the kids. I'll be back later today. Drove to Amsterdam after our podcast. Arrived there. The room is full, a lot of people. And then he was giving his talk. He saw me in the corner, say, hi, Davy. Like we connect again because I knew him already for like a few years before he even joined Google. And then with my video editor, I asked her, hey, I'm going to make a 1-minute invite, like dedicated, personalized, custom invite for that guy, for the pod. If you can edit that quickly so that I can send that same Wednesday so that I can have him on the pod either the day after or on Friday. And she did it. Like an amazing invite. I'll show you the link. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Hi, Miko. This is Davy. It's been a long time, man. The first time we met, I believe it was 2015, you were in Brussels, in Belgium, for the NGB conference. I met you there and I was like, that guy is the guy behind the AngularJS patterns, the things that I've used quite a few times during interviews or even myself just to master AngularJS. Yes, you were there. You were part of the people that guide me toward the AngularJS era to become really that Angular engineer, and I carried that over for many years. And then you came to Belgium, we had that talk, I drove you to the airport and we were keep talking, and you were not yet at Google. I remember you were actually moving to San Francisco around that period to start working with a few companies right there. Man, the trajectory has been amazing. And here, what I'm doing here in this invitation for the Developers Diary podcast is to, welcome you here. I would like to have you on the pod to talk about you, your amazing career, your journey at Google. I want to talk about Angular. Remember that thing? I want to talk about all of this. And what are the plans for the coming years? What are you secretly building? I know you're always busy with side projects here and there. Man, that's my invitation. And I would like us to spend, maybe an hour or two. So I know you're in Amsterdam this weekend. You can come to the studio, we can spend the time together, or we can do that online when you're back in San Francisco at the time that works best for you. But listen, the thing I want to get out of this podcast is not only the technical aspect of your life, it's the drive. Who is Minko? What is the thing that inspires you to get to where you're at? And what are the limits? Or is there any limit actually? That's it. Hopefully I see you on the pod. You take care. Cheers, man. I met the guy in Amsterdam at around 7 p.m., 8, drove back home. And then around 11 p.m., I got a message from my video editor. Gling, the video is there. And then I just like, oh, you nailed it. I forward that to the guy. He saw it like at around 7 in the morning. And he replied, man, that's amazing. I'm in. So in the video, I invite him to actually come to my podcast studio here and spend some time with me. And he took an Uber from Amsterdam to this place.
Wow.
And then we spent an amazing time talking about his career and so on and so forth. But here is the kick. Why did I do that? Why? It cost me quite some money to put that thing in like last minute. I didn't think I will do a podcast on Wednesday, but we're talking about marketing here.
Yes.
What is the marketing impact there? Obviously, there should be something about marketing there. So I'm going to tell you, the marketing part was the podcast. I have a few developers product like packages, the learning platform, courses, and so on and so forth. So I started a podcast a few years ago where I talked to really like amazing people. And I would like just to have part of the podcast that says this podcast is sponsored by me.
Exactly.
and all the things that I have to exactly. Offer. So it's a double, like I get a lot of benefit talking with these amazing people, getting to know them, putting these amazing content out there. Hopefully it's amazing for a lot of people. And then plug my product in there. So that's the organic way that you're talking about, right? No ads.
Yeah. You know what's actually really funny is because I'm actually doing something similar. And the funny thing is, so now I'm bumping my YouTube channel. I schedule like 20 videos that are going live. I already have like the script for like 10 that are done. I recorded like 4, 5.
Yeah.
One is actually going live today. So it's really funny because actually in those videos, I actually wanted to put in the middle of the video, a segment, where I kind of like pitch, about my courses and those kind of things. Right.
Yeah.
So in my own videos, I'm actually doing that. But now.
Okay. Why not? Why weren't you doing that already?
No. I was doing that already. So,
okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So basically, I give like the content for free. And then in the middle, I basically say, hey guys, if you're interested about this, now we are learning a small part of it, but I have my full course over there. You can actually check, link in the description, right? Like if interested. Yeah. But now I'm actually trying something else, which is I'm not even saying that in there, but when I'm doing the tutorial, each chapter, I have like a slide that pops up with the title of, the chapter, my picture, my website, the URL of my website there, right? So in the video, you can basically have, if the video has 10 chapters, you have like 10 times and 10 ways of seeing my website. And consciously that get into the head of people.
Yeah.
And, they're like, what is this website again? Let me go and check out. And guess what is on my website? Well, my courses. Right?
Yeah.
And, places, for like the newsletter and those kind of things. So that's the thing that I'm actually trying to do actually now to see.
I like that. I like that approach a lot. I use that where you just want to, you don't want to be too pushy, like buy my course, go on my website, but more like make it like visual, like people just see it again and again. And then at some point, because I told you about Sam and Sean, these two guys that have a podcast that I bought things from them. They never really sold anything. Like at least now they're at more than 500 episodes, and they have more than like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, which means that their download on the Apple Podcasts and so on must be huge. They were not really like into selling mode, but you could see that they were talking about the things they built, how they grew that. So by saying it, you just take your keyboard and then you go, that thing seems interesting. That other thing seems interesting. And then that's it. You put your email there, and suddenly you get an email that says, copy that. Especially Sam, he has this message where you read the header, it says it's going to be beautiful. I'm like, what you want to click it because you're like, what is that? Well,
Yes.
what is beautiful? And then you get that awkward email. And then while you're reading it, you're reading it like with his voice, like it's his voice reading it for you, because you know his voice. You've been listening to his podcast again and again. You know how that person is. So then you're reading. Yeah, I like that approach better than like pushing. But I also saw that when you push, when you say subscribe,
Yep.
it's like people do it.
People do it.
People do it.
That's very true.
And YouTube now has they detect when you say subscribe, and then they glow the subscribe button. Yeah. If someone says on YouTube like subscribe, they literally the button subscribe goes zzz, like it takes a different color. Yeah. There's a bit of everything, but we gotta try. So
yeah, we gotta try.
I want to go back. I want to go back to the challenge.
Okay.
I will get 50K monthly revenue by December this year.
By December this year. Okay. I want to say something about it. So from my estimate in the French market, I think I can reach 15K a month, right?
15.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
But that's...
So what variable has changed? Because at the beginning you say 5.
Yes. Because
what is the variable there that has changed?
At the moment, all my courses are on Udemy, right? And basically I send my traffic to Udemy, which is actually not the best market. I mean, it's not the best strategy to do in marketing. But the reason for that is because I'm doing it part-time. So, if I have a platform that manages all the sign up, like all the invoices and adjusts the commission, that works for me. But it's not great because I send quite a lot of traffic, to Udemy. And I don't have access to those emails. I kind of have access to them, but not directly. So the way I can
because they give you a way to send email to your students and things like that, but you don't actually have them.
You don't actually have them.
Yeah.
So the way actually to reach the 15,000 is to actually make my own platform. So have my own platform where I host my own courses, maybe create like cohorts every 3 months where I get people in, they pay a higher fee, a higher monthly premium. And then I kind of, help them in the journey of software development and those kind of things. But this takes time. This takes a little bit of time. So the deadline actually
But it doesn't if you buy it from me or I just give you that because I have one.
You have one?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a platform that does that.
Do you? Okay. I'm learning something here.
Yeah. No, for real. I will show you. Yeah. It is you can do everything you just said there.
All right. Oh my God. That's why it's actually good to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
To people.
So let me tell you, I did hack something. Once again, at some point I was like, I don't want to be a builder, like just writing code. I want to learn how to turn my ideas into revenue. That's it. That's what I'm doing. So a few months ago, I found a guy on YouTube. When I saw him, Max, the thing is crazy. He had maybe 4,000 subscribers.
Okay.
When I saw him for the first time. Today, he has almost 300K subscribers.
Wow.
With about less than 20 videos.
What? You need to share. You need to share the.
Yeah. Go on codewithantonio.com.
Oh, it's one of those. Because one of my competitors is Code with Jonathan.
Yeah.
Code with Antonio. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. 300,000 subscribers.
Yes.
19 videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that guy is
What?
probably turning at least 50,000 euro a month. A
I'm not
month.
surprised. Yeah.
How does he do that? Okay, so if you go on his website, he does something really simple. A really simple website. Code with Antonio. He has a workshop section, really simple workshops. You get all these things. He has a leaderboard where people do the exercise and then they can see where they stand in the leaderboard.
Okay.
He has a newsletter. You're talking about having your own email
Yes.
there, right? Like it has a newsletter, and I don't know where it's connected, but I wouldn't be surprised that he used something like Beehive to host his newsletter, which is a great platform. And he has all these courses. So now that's probably not the best part. The best part there is the guy built entire application end to end. Like
Right.
this is an intro video of rebuilding Duolingo from scratch, but that's a web version and so on and so forth. So
Right.
if you're part of
He has a
his
subscriber. He has
class,
another subscriber actually. I just
yeah.
subscribed to his channel.
If you subscribe to his stuff, you can download the source code of it,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
So look at this. When I say I don't need to build things from scratch because I've done that for 10 years, over 10 years. So what I did, I went to his course called Build an LMS. You see that here?
Yeah.
Build an LMS platform.
Okay.
Like it's a 10-hour course. I
Yes.
don't need to do the course. I don't need that. But what I know is I know all these technologies.
Yes. Yes.
So I
True.
just went here, click source code, download it, run it locally, and boom, it was working.
Wow.
It was literally working. And then I had to tweak a few things, deploy that on Vercel, and there you go. I had a learning platform where I can upload my course and do these things. So obviously there are some features that it didn't make available in the final code,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you get like a head start.
Massive head start actually.
A
Wow.
massive head start. So the Tech.Recruiters Academy, it's based on that code base. I'm finishing that platform with like courses, but it's based on that thing. I tweak it a little bit here and there. Working on the Hackages Academy, it's gonna be based on that with exactly the same philosophy. Make
Oh,
sure that
this
I
is
get
great.
the email of people and all of that at the same place.
This is great. I didn't know this YouTube channel basically.
Yeah.
I understand why he has so many subscribers.
And the thing is beautifully done. Like each video is like 4 to 12, 13 hours.
I can see that. I can see that.
And people complete that thing. So at some point, I asked my video editor, like, what is that guy doing that we're not doing? And then obviously she did quite some research. I did my research. We called, and then she was like, yeah, guess what? First, he's just publishing one video maybe every 4 to 6 weeks. Each video is a complete build. It's visual. Like we're talking about your robot thing.
Yes.
Make it visual. That visual part is really,
It's
really,
really
important.
It's extremely important.
Right.
Extremely
We
important.
took 5 different YouTube channels and we studied them, trying to understand what was the thing that made them successful with only less than 20 videos. So we found this little thing there, and then I start thinking, oh, I need to find a way to reinvent my YouTube channel. And then one thing I did is like, okay, I don't want to compete with Antonio because I'm probably not into the kind of person that's gonna build full things on YouTube. Although I can do it, I start thinking, oh, let me go into the fundamentals. Like, oh, here's in JavaScript, there is a function called array map. I was like, instead of using the array map, let me do on my YouTube channel a complete rebuild from scratch of these functions, these kind of things. So like with different, and it started taking off. But the other part that I didn't have that he has was the consistency. Like put it consistently. And then the guy is a great communicator. Before he put up a video up,
Yeah.
Before he put up a video, if he create a poll on YouTube community. He said, "Hey community, what do you want for the next video?"
Yes.
People vote, and then as he does it, he started working on Figma. He shared the visual, like, and then people vote. It's like, yeah, could you add that feature? Could you add that feature? So he's building a company by listening to his audience.
That's the best thing to do. That's the best way to go about it. Yes. I'm gonna, say something actually. I think on YouTube, there are basically two things. If you want to kind of like blow on YouTube, because the reason I'm saying that is the videos that I put now, they consistently have like 100,000 views and those kind of things. So I kind of know a little bit what I'm doing. So there are basically two things. What you need to think about is YouTube is actually a search engine first, right? Yeah. It's not a video hosting platform, but it's a search engine. Google is the first search engine in the world. YouTube is the second search engine. So all of the things that applies to search engine also applies to YouTube. The fact that he has a research bar and people are looking for things in that research bar, right? And the goal of Google is to actually present, what people are looking for. So that's one thing. And also it's an entertainment platform, right? Okay. So if you're on the platform, you are looking at a video, they want to actually show you video that you are most likely to watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
And this is what are recommended videos. And the way to grow on YouTube is you have those two ways. It's either you go the search route or you go the recommended route.
Okay. I love that. Yeah.
And this is pretty technical, but it's quite consistent. If you kind of follow the steps, you'll kind of get used. So for search result is really easy. You go in the search bar, you type, like a search term, you'll have like a pop-up with like, suggestions. Those suggestions are actually what people have typed in the search bar, what people are actually looking for.
Just like you do on Google, you just see that like autocomplete. That basically tells you the things people are like search. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you kind of look at the search keywords and you type a search keyword, you're going to see a list of videos. When you look at the videos, you check the videos, and if you look and you see that, you have certain videos which are at the top who have more views than the channel has of subscribers, it means that that's a good opportunity.
Oh, say that again.
All right. So basically, you are like in the field, right? So you are looking for videos to make on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you go in the search bar, you start typing keywords, certain keywords.
Yeah.
Right. So for example, like, I don't know, about the array map function. You type array map function, right? And then you are going to have suggestions, like how to use the array map function. What does it do? Or those kind of things.
Yeah.
Right. So you actually, put the keywords, you press the search bar, you look at the videos that are there, right? Yeah. And you can do that for several keywords. So if you manage to find keywords where you press the search bar and you look into the top result, I'll say the first 5 or something, first 5 top results, and you look at the number of views, the videos need to have quite a bit of views, right?
Yeah.
It depends again on your target. If you're looking for having like 10,000 views, 100,000 views or something, they need to be in that range. But if you look at those ones and you see actually channels that have less subscribers than they have of views on that video, it means that this is actually a good opportunity. And
okay, so they have less subscribers. Let's say that they have 10,000 subscribers, but then the video itself has like
100,000 views.
Okay.
Which means that each subscriber is not going to watch the video 10 times.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So basically what it means is YouTube showed the video to the subscribers, they kind of like that video and
Yeah.
then recommended the video to actually new people who are not subscribed to the channel.
Yeah. Okay.
And most of the times, those are the ones who make up for those views, basically.
Correct.
Right? So if you make a video about roughly the same topic and you make a better video, more complete and things, guess who is going to get the spots?
Yeah.
Right? And,
Okay. Okay.
that's basically the search route. And that has been pretty consistent for me, at least.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. But that's the route, like going through the search engine.
Yes. For the recommended one is roughly the
Yeah.
same as well. Where
Okay.
you can actually, but for that, you need to actually watch a video. You need to be like on a watch page where, you have a video specifically, and on the side, you have recommended videos
Yeah.
in there. So what you can do is you can actually see, okay, this video is about this topic. Those are the topics, that YouTube is recommending. Right? And basically you try to see as well the topics where you have, you have like channels that don't have a lot of subscribers that are there.
Yeah. Okay.
Or have the same amount of subscribers that you have.
Okay.
Meaning that if you make a similar video better than, what they are doing, you have the chance of being in a recommended tab.
Yeah.
So
I love it. Yeah.
So it's basically reverse engineering the success of other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
So I will take one of the example that I did recently, which is I made a video about the Windows terminal.
Yeah.
Right? As a developer, you'll say, why are you showing how to use the Windows terminal? Right? Who is using the Windows terminal, to develop? Everybody is using like the Linux shell, those tools, right? But it's because by doing this research, I noticed that, okay, there are a lot of views, on a video like that about the Windows terminal. So I made a video like that, and now the video has like over 100,000 views.
Oh my goodness. Okay. But like when you get that kind of numbers, where do you send them? Still on Udemy?
At the moment, yes. At the moment,
no.
But
no.
there is a reason. There is a reason for that as well, because before starting on all of this, I actually had a feeling that if I go in French, I have actually more chances of becoming a instructor partner of Udemy. And I'm now an instructor partner, and we are 300 over. You have over 100,000 instructors on Udemy, and you only have roughly 300 who are partner of Udemy. So in October, there is a summit actually in Portugal. So I'm going to go there to meet the other instructor and those kind of things.
Okay.
So,
and do you make revenue out of that? Like, would you be open to share the revenue from Udemy?
So from Udemy at the moment, I make between $600 to $1,000. But when you think about it, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 courses on Udemy. Okay. One of them is a 54-hour course, right? The second one is a 27-hour course.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that they needs to be this long to.
They need to be this long. Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
They need to be this long because you have competition, and on Udemy, if someone is at the top, it's really hard to kind of pass them.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. So you need to really push the envelope, basically.
And why didn't you try also Skillshare? Because at the end, it's the same kind of content. And you have other platform where you could have share it. Skillshare.
It's in French. It's in French. I don't know if Skillshare has things in French.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's actually a good technique, but I believe it's probably on the marketing side that things didn't work out well, because once again, you have it's a niche. Like when you think, Udemy started, and you see the growth on like an English speaking market, but then you actually were like I think I just need to focus on the French market because you predicted that curve will also go,
Will also go up.
yeah,
Exactly. Because in the English market, it's really saturated. I mean,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can't make a course on the main topic and expect getting anything. It's already
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very saturated. While in the French market, you don't have a lot of competition.
So
So,
what are the Udemy's of today's that are starting? Do you know? Do you have an idea of?
oh, to be honest, I don't have a good idea, but there is a tool that we have as instructors where you can actually check a topic, see a topic, see if it's trending or something like this. But I don't have any idea. But what I guess is if you have like a new trend, new topic, for example, AI is very trending now. ChatGPT,
Okay,
right? So you have people making courses about those. Because it's very
yeah,
new, you don't have a lot of courses. And if you are first mover on Udemy, you have an advantage. You have a massive advantage
yeah, okay,
because you get
okay, understood.
those first sign ups, you get the reviews, and once you have sign up reviews, it's really hard to kind of like overtake you. Basically, it's extremely
Okay,
hard.
okay. So let's close on a few notes here because I'm gonna have to go and pick up my
Hmm.
boys. And I had a few things that I wanted to discuss with you. Let me jump in there. Yeah, I love this idea of YouTube. I just don't know if I want to build a YouTube channel. Like if now, right now, I don't have like the means to go and build a YouTube channel like the one that Antonio has, because I believe I can do it, but I'm short financially to go there and have these like spend 3 weeks building a
Weeks, yes,
beautiful app,
yes,
like, because I think the missing part on the Antonio thing is like add like a testing component. Like, it's beautiful, it's well written, but maybe you can do like, oh, Python, and then you're like, oh, listen, here is the Antonio thing, let me write the entire backend in Python, and you do the connection.
right, right. I
So you
see,
can
I see.
piggyback from a like, oh, Antonio is doing it, and then you create like, that's an idea on how to also, I believe that will work because people will be like, there's still the visual part, but then you show visually how people will build a backend in Golang or
You
Rust.
know what I'm saying is don't think like that on YouTube. So, what is your goal on YouTube?
My goal is to just redirect people to my product.
Okay,
Right,
so.
because let's go a little bit back to Antonio. I recall when that guy started, he had a website, but he
Mhm.
didn't have like a learning platform with all of the things. So he just built an audience,
Hmm.
and then from there, he's like, oh, people are actually interested in my video. And then he starts saying in later videos that, hey, listen, people, I'm gonna add extra chapters on my website.
Ah, right. Okay.
You see,
Okay.
so he built, when he built that LMS, that's the moment he started redirecting people to his website.
Right.
Before that exact moment,
Yes.
the code source was available in the comment in the description.
Right.
Like, it was right there, and you can just go to the GitHub and download the thing.
Yeah.
But then when he launched the platform, he removed that link to GitHub and he put a link to his platform. And then people, if they want to access the code, they have to subscribe to $30 a month. And then
Wow. 30 bucks a
I
month.
did, yeah, I did subscribe to it
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to be fair. Like, hey, I just need the LMS part,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I'm gonna pay for it. I even had the idea, like, if I start making revenue with this platform, really, I'd be
Hmm.
like, hey, Antonio, here is 5K,
Yeah, yeah.
because you speed up my process
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
like having a learning platform, and I owe you that. But yeah, he put the code out there so people can just also use it. It was open source and so on and so forth. But one thing I want to add about him is, if you take your strategy, what did he do that, like, is it research? There's probably a YouTube research, but the thing I believe he did is entertainment, because it's like seeing someone writing code, building an app. It's something popular.
Okay.
I
So
believe.
I'll say, from what I see, I think is in a niche there. So if you look at people, Travesty Media, for example,
Yeah.
he has like tutorials on everything, pretty much
Yeah.
everything. So what you are going to notice is if you go on his channel, because I did, I downloaded his content to kind of analyze it a little bit. If you go on his channel, what you're going to see is the things that have the more, not views, but view per hours. So if you take the number of views, you compute like the duration the video has been online, and you take the number of views, you divide by the duration, you're going
Yeah.
to have the view per hour, right? And
Yeah.
the videos that tend to have the longest amount of view per hours are long courses or projects, right?
Okay. Okay.
Or,
Yeah. Yeah.
like you have like a new technology that is really popular that came up, you talk about it, it's going to have massive amount of view per hour, but then it's going to dip. I mean, the views are going to go up, then they dip. But
Yeah.
courses, what happens is the views tend to be consistent.
Okay.
And one of the things about the courses is because they are long and people need to actually watch most of the content to retain the information, it means that on the YouTube side, the watch time is actually high, right? For this type of
Yeah.
content. Watch time being high, meaning that, YouTube can place more ads in there. So
Yeah.
YouTube can
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
money. The creator as well can make more money, and the
Yeah.
people as
Okay.
well
Okay.
learn actually something interesting, right?
Okay.
So usually long content actually, if they're entertaining or they provide a lot of value, they tend to do pretty well actually on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Check
Yeah, that
that.
makes sense.
Check that actually you'll see. And I think that it took the project building to another level,
Another level. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people were showing like small apps and those kind of things. Is like, okay, I'm just building a complete thing, from scratch, which
Yeah.
is I don't think a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah.
So I think this
Yeah.
is where he has a competitive advantage, and he seems to be very
Okay.
good at
Okay.
it.
I will tell you one place what I tried. It did work, and I just let it go. And I think that's something I could start again today, and it will work. The name was refactoring.coach.
Okay, refactoring that code.
Coaching.
Coach. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think that thing is about?
Refactoring. So
Refactoring.coach.
refactoring code. So
Coaching, like
coach.
coaching. Yeah. Refactoring.coach. Yeah.
Ooh, I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
interesting.
but you're a software engineer. So, what do you think refactoring.coach could mean?
Well, refactoring is you have like a certain code,
Yeah.
and then you actually update it to make it better,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Or
So,
shorter or like more optimal.
if you type that on YouTube,
It's
you're
online?
going to see. Yeah, I created that over a year ago, and then I think I only published one video there. But it was basically a testing ground. Like, oh, I'm gonna just check that will that concept work. And
Okay.
the thing I got from it was just I got a workshop that came out of it. That's it. Like
Okay.
Once again, company reaching out to me saying like, "Hey, we have these problems in our code, and is it possible that packages come and help us with that?" But the main idea there was like, with refactoring.coach, I have a lot of experience as a software engineer, and like when I see someone like Antonio build his app, I would say like, "Oh, he released his app today." I go there, download the code source, and then go on my YouTube channel and refactor it, explain the place where it could have done better and stuff like that. So it's like that there.
I see. Ooh.
You see the entertainment part of it, and also because as software engineer, we always opinionated about things. Like it's like okay, like Derek could have done it this way, or Eric, and yeah.
I'll say there is even like a lot more depth to it as well, because what you could do is you could take something that is really popular and refactor it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And and you can make like so much content with that. Basically,
yes.
It's limitless.
It's just limitless, and then you can have guests on the call with you that are expert in the domain, and then you go like, okay, shall we spend, here's an app, let's go ahead and refactor that, explain me the things that I need to know about it. Oh, and a new version of Angular is out, let me bring someone from the Angular team, and we're gonna take a repository that has maybe that is one version or two version back, and then let's refactor it, and then make sure that we like it's like state of the art in an hour.
Yes.
That I believe it's killer content.
Completely. You know what I'm gonna say is, I think for me, I think YouTube is the best way to build an audience nowadays.
Yeah, it
It
is.
is the
It
best
is.
way to build an audience because, actually the good thing about it is you are not the one actually who is going to search for your audience. YouTube will show your video to the people who are interested in,
Yeah,
and that's what they want,
yeah,
right? That's what they
yeah.
want,
No, for sure,
and
for sure.
it's just amazing. It just the platform is amazing. I have my course, my videos, my channel in French. I have like a set of videos that I'm gonna do, to promote the course and make reach those 5K a month. But then when I finish that, guess what
15,
I'm gonna do?
15K,
15K
15K.
a month. When I create my platform, yes, 15K a
Okay,
month. Exactly. So I'm gonna start a YouTube in English.
okay,
Right.
okay.
So at the moment, I'm doing the research on which topic, but this is going to be my main channel, and that the revenues there is going to be 20K in ads per month, but this is just like peanuts because on the back end, I'm making more money with affiliate and courses and so on and so on. So that's the idea.
I think we should just pair up on the improving that, because I think the platform, Antonio's platform is great. It's a really great starting point, and
Okay.
you can literally plug and play, and then go and then start sharing stuff. But yeah, there are obviously something you can add in, new ways of like new features, new ways to approach stuff as you go, as you grow. And no, it's really easy. So let's do it. Let's do it. So
Okay.
let's
Definitely.
let's let's close here. And I have to say something. One more thing is, I will make that 50K in revenue like monthly by December this year. I'll take the
All right then.
challenge and I will go for it really hard. And guess what? I started last week. It was almost 6K that came in,
Wow. Okay.
almost,
Okay.
because there's some delay in payment that I was like, okay. But then this week, I think by the end of this week, I should be able to close another like probably 3 to 4. So, and it's still
Okay.
June. And
Okay.
I believe that if I take, so I have 2 ads running right now. If I'm able to validate this concept by the end of this week on Friday, I should be able to add another 3 to 4K next week, and then like accelerate July, accelerate August in ads, because these 2 months are kind of dead, but you
Mm-hmm.
want to still stay visible so that in September, when people come back from
When people,
vacation and they're
yes.
full of like, I'm gonna do this, you're like, please have it.
All right then. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
So
For me, I'll go for the 15K actually. I'll go for
okay,
the 15K. So
okay,
that's the information that I didn't have. That you have the platform that I need. So I'm going for that.
okay, fantastic, Max.
All right.
I'll see you on the yeah. We talk again, and yeah, that's the pod. That's the end.
Okay.
We good?
So we have a plan. So
Yeah,
let's go.
let's go
For
for it.